Hi, this is Angela DeLost, and I'd like to teach you how to do a Facebook party. This will be the first of 4 videos, and this one is all about getting started with your Facebook party. Before we get started, though, I'd like to thank Naomi Negron. She's been doing Facebook parties for years. She does them all across the United States. They are very successful. In fact, she is even doing Facebook parties in Brazil for some women that their husbands are in the service. So all the product is actually shipped to the United States, and then the U.S. ships it to Brazil. So that is just incredible all in itself. I also want to thank Trisha Larson. She's been doing an incredible job in 2014, teaching many different designers throughout the country how to hold Facebook frenzies on Facebook. In fact, Trisha herself has only held Facebook frenzies in 2014, and she has earned the incentive trip that will be leaving January 12th of 2014 on a cruise. I'm sorry, 2015 on a cruise. And she did that all through Facebook Frenzy parties. And I also want to thank Trisha for using the name Frenzy, because as soon as I saw she was using the name Frenzy, we in my group changed our Facebook parties to Facebook Frenzies, and I love that name. So let's get started. First of all, I'm going to go right here online, and I want to remind you, especially if you're on my team, you have seen this a ton of times, that I already have all the information in my Dropbox for you. So all you have to do is go to my Dropbox, download all of these folders. Everything that I'm teaching you and 1 through the 4th video is already in here for you. You can download it to your computer and tweak it to fit your needs. If you do not know how to download from my Dropbox, no worries. There is a video that I have published several times teaching you how to download from my Dropbox. So we'll go ahead and get rid of that for now. And we're going to work in what you downloaded, but really it's what I have right now. I'm very organized when it comes to something like this. So I want to make sure it's organized for you as well. We're going to be working in this folder, Getting Started. That's what this video is all about. And this is broken up into 3 other folders. But before we get there, in order for you to be successful and have a successful Facebook frenzy, you need a hostess. And so you need to start going out there, stepping outside of your box, inboxing your hostesses, potential hostesses, posting things on your Facebook to get these rolling, because you have plenty of time through the fall selling season. And then, of course, come 2015, you really could explode your business. I also want to let you know this in no way, shape, or form should take the place of your in-home parties. Example, Angela does not even promote Facebook parties at my in-home parties. I promote in-home parties at my in-home parties. So this is just a really good way to expand my business, and also a great way for me to do Facebook parties throughout the country that I can't drive and do an in-home party. So it's simple and easy way to party through the frenzy party. There's 5 reasons. Your hostess or potential hostess is going to want to book a Facebook frenzy with you. Number 1, she can host a party without leaving her home. Secondly, she can earn amazing hostess benefits when she reaches her Facebook frenzy goals. Now, those goals should be set by you. I always do a sales and a booking goal for every party I do. In fact, my Facebook parties are no different than my in-home parties. My sales goal is 600. My booking goal is 2, just like my in-home party. Frenzies are fun. Her friends and family on Facebook will love shopping through this. It's a great shopping experience. And I also want to let you know that her friends and family that are not on Facebook can still shop through the party's link or through catalogs and things like that. So her party can expand beyond Facebook as well. Number 4, she's going to earn free frenzy bonus when she has 3 bookings at her frenzy. Now, I've gotten bookings for in-home parties and frenzies. Now, why is it 3? I'd like to expand my business even further, so I double my booking credits when they get 3 bookings at their in-home parties or at their frenzies. You don't need to do this. This is just what Angela does. I'm just teaching you what I do. Next, she doesn't have to clean her house. She doesn't have to cook. She doesn't have to buy any food, anything. She gets to stay home, be in her PJs, in her yoga pants. So it's simple, easy, and totally, totally fun for her and all of her Facebook friends. So first, find the hostess. You need hostesses to do this before you can move on. Once you find the hostess, I want you to go into this folder. It's all the hostess information, and you're going to want to set up an event for her immediately on Facebook. So we're going to go ahead and open this document, post in an event on Facebook. We have the words here for you. You could tweak them to fit your needs, but we're going to go through it. This one I'm calling a holiday shopping frenzy. So I would at this point type the hostess's name. And I'm going to show you why I do this in just a second. So here I would type the hostess's name again, and then we would just go down a little bit and see all the areas I need to add her information. So her name would go here, right here her name would go, and so on and so forth. So this is a little bit of work that you would do on your computer before you actually start creating her event. Next, we want to put the hostess's website. So right here, www.celebratinghome.com/parties/ this is always going to be the party code goes right here. So we're going to want to make sure that URL address is right there. And then, of course, your contact information would go here. Now, once I kind of tweak this in this area, what I'm going to do is I'm going to copy it, just like so. Right mouse button, copy, go to my events on Facebook, and I'm going to create an event. And there you go. This comes up. And what I want to do is I want to paste all that information right here. So this first line is holiday shopping. It's holiday shopping Facebook frenzy with Debbie. I'm going to copy that again, and I'm going to put it right up here in the title or the name. Then I'm just going to scroll down, make sure it's everything I want to see. If you want to put some spaces somewhere, you could certainly do that. Facebook will not, even if you have spaces in your document, it won't take your spaces. You have to respace it. So we're going to put all of that here, make sure everything as it should be. And then when you get here, you're going to write, instead of an address, I write here on Facebook. So nothing big, very simple and easy to do. And then you go ahead and select the date that your hostess is having it, and also select the time. Now, I like to do mine at 7:30, but it is up to you and your hostess. Now, privacy settings. I set mine to public. Public, because I want all my Facebook friends to see this, and I want her Facebook friends to see it as well. However, once I start the frenzy, the date of the frenzy and the time, I do go ahead and switch that to this one. I invite only. But for the time being, I leave it as public. And then what do? I click create. And this just created the event for me. And the nice thing about having this on the document is you never have to retype from scratch. You just copy and paste. And it works out perfectly. And it's a huge time saver. And if anybody knows me, I'm totally into time. Next, I'm going to add an event photo. So I already have a few photos in here for you. You can use anything you want. If you find something better, whoops, that was not it. If you find something better, feel free to share it with me. Or Trisha Larson has some amazing graphics and things like that in her Facebook frenzy training. You could find that on Facebook itself, and you can also find it through a Dropbox link that I'm sure she'll be happy to share with you. So now we've added an event folder. Event banner, and then we only have one guest going, and that guest is only me. So the first thing we need to do is click edit, and we need to invite who? Oh, the hostess. So we're going to invite our hostess right there. There she is. And we're going to click on save. And now, once I do that, she's going to get a notification up here saying she was invited to this event. Are we done? We are not done. It is really important that you really get the hostess involved in this and knowing what she's doing. So the first thing I want to do is I'm going to copy this right here, put my mouse in the browser until it highlights it, copy, and then I'm going to go to who? I am going to go to the hostess. She's right here. I'm going to go to her timeline, click her name. This is her timeline. And then I'm going to post this event on her timeline. Look at how beautiful that is. It just comes up right on her timeline. And then you could type whatever you want. Come join Debbie. add her shopping frenzy, add her frenzy, write whatever you want. Take more time to write it than I'm doing right now. And then click on post, and this will be right on her timeline. Totally awesome. Now, I'm going to eliminate it from her timeline. Don't do this with the real hostesses. It's just because this is a director with the company, and we want to put an event that's not real on her timeline. So after you do that, what you want to do at this point is send her a message. Really important that you send her a message that has all of her information in regards to her party in it. So let's go to that folder, and I'll show you what I mean. Here's a hostess email or private Facebook message that you could send her. This is all about coaching her. Now, all of these red areas you would fill in. So you would write, "Hi, Debbie," over here. Thank you for booking a Facebook frenzy from, and if if she did book it from someone specifically, write that person's name, or if it's from you, you could write "from me." Now you're going to give her tips. 5 tips to make this successful. I'm not going to read this to you. You know how to read. So, there are going to be 5 tips, and if she follows these tips and if her frenzy reaches her goal, and my goal again is always 602 bookings, doesn't mean it needs to be yours. I just give these 2 goals to my hostesses. Some exceed it, some don't quite get there, but I am very, very generous with everyone. This is everything that she'll get. These are her tips: 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then I thank her down here. Thanks. So you're going to go through this, of course, and edit it a little bit. It's all the red areas you're going to be adding. For example, right here, event URL. That's really important to add, and the way you find that event URL is in the event that you just created for her. So you can go back to that event. You can find them right here. Go to your events, and then you have to scroll through all of your events and find the event. It's right there, and this again is the URL. We're going to copy that URL address, and we're going to put it right here, just like so. So now she's going to join the event. I'm going to show you why I did this in just a second. You're going to let her know that personal invitations are a big deal. You're going to, put the date and the time here. Again, you're going to paste that event URL and so on and so forth. Your hostess's website would go here, and so on. And then once you get all that information in here, go ahead and copy all of this. Just like so, copy, go to Facebook, and you want to send her a private message. So at this point, you would open up a message, send that to her, and I just want to show you how lovely this actually will end up looking. You could see it better if you go to your messages over here. Give it a second to load. This is the private message that I just sent her. In regards to her event, and that event is again, so she could easily just click on that and she's right in the event. And that is the same way that you did it on her timeline. So anyone that clicks that on her timeline, well, we took it off her timeline, will be right in her event. So it works out perfectly for her and perfectly for you. Now you really want to keep an eye on this and an eye on her, because in the event you'll get a notification when she joins the event. However, she's going to then start inviting her friends and family. So you want to keep an eye on all these right here. How many has she invited? How many maybes? How many are going? Sometimes you have hostesses that invite like 1,000, all their Facebook friends, like 1,000. That doesn't always work out really well. They certainly can't private message 1,000 people. So you really want to keep an eye on these and keep a good communication going with her through the Messenger app or through your private messages on Facebook. So that is just your getting started portion of your Facebook party training. Remember, there are 4 videos. This is one of 4. I think you'll do great at this, but please keep in mind that this takes practice, so you have to practice it. When you get to the 2, 3, and 4, it will get a little bit more complicated, but you could do it. So go out and book some frenzies.